Hello, this is Kristen with the Queen Anne's County Library, and I'm bringing you today's take-home kit, which is the Fall Felt Flower Wreath. So let's take a look inside of our bags and see what we have here. So you first should have a stack of felt, and on top of the first felt piece would be a needle with some thread, and it should be all ready to use. There should be a knot at the end of it for you. We also have a metal your wreath base right here, and then also a flower template for some of our flowers. At home you're going to need a hot glue gun with possibly some extra glue sticks, a good pair of scissors to cut through the felt, and then I also like to use some pins when I'm putting down the templates, but you can also use a pen to go around them, as long as when you cut it out you avoid having the pen marks on your flower. So here's just a preview of some of the flowers that we're going to make. These ones are using the templates, and there's two different kinds of flowers. One is more rounded than the other, and then we're also going to do some chrysanthemums and also some roses. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is work on cutting out the template. So just take your scissors and start cutting. And you want to make sure that you cut as close as to the border as you can when you're doing this. So as you can see, I have my templates cut out here. So I have two different flowers, and I also have a leaf. So let's look at our felt and see what we're gonna do with it. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my green aside because I'm gonna save that felt for my leaves. And then looking at this, we have two different shapes of felt. We have squares, and then we have some rectangles. So looking at how we do the flowers, the squares are best for the roses, because you wanna cut out a circle and then just cut that out. And then these longer ones are great for the chrysanthemums. And actually this one is kind of already cut into what I need it, because you need it in a 2-inch wide strip to do that. So basically these would have to be cut in half, and then they would equal, you could either do 2 chrysanthemums, or you can also probably get some of these flowers on it as well. So you just need to decide what you want to do with it, and then we'll get working on this. So I'm gonna give you the close-up view of how to make some of these flowers now. Well, since this piece has already been cut, I'm gonna use this for a chrysanthemum. So let me show you how you do that. You're gonna wanna fold it over in half and just kind of mark it as best as you can so it'll stay. And then you're gonna take your scissors, I'm gonna flip this around, and then you're just gonna start cutting into the felt, and you wanna leave about 1/2 inch or so, and just keep on going down. Do this the entire length. And so the wider the cuts they are, it will be not as full. So if you wanna make it really full, cut them into as thin as you can. This may take a little bit of time. Just keep trying to fix it as it goes down. You don't have to be precise or anything though. Okay, so I did my final cut here. So now what you're going to want to do, and I'm just going to move this other felt out of the way, is you're going to want to start at one end, and I'm just going to put a little dab of glue there, and then just start rolling it up. Just trying to keep everything as even as you can as you're doing this. And you can see how your flower is forming if you look at that side. And if you want to occasionally just add some more hot glue just to hold things in place while you're working. Okay, so we're almost at the end here. So you can see how it looks. And of course yours might look different depending on how tightly you cut the strips there. I'm just gonna put some glue here, try to get it down. Okay, and there you see the first flower is done. So that is a chrysanthemum. Just put that aside. And then we're gonna do a rose next. So I'm gonna grab some of my, one of my squares here. And you can do it two ways. You can do straight, just a circle, and then go inside and just continue with a circle, or you can make little scallops on it to give a more of a scalloped edge. But it's just kind of your preference of how you want to do it. I'm just gonna, I guess, try the scallop version and see. You know, and this is in no way is going to be precise because I'm not measuring out my circle to make sure everything's even. So if you want to do that, go ahead. Just measure yourself out a circle, but I am just winging it. Where's the fun in life if you can't wing things? Okay, so I have my slightly scalloped circle here, and then I'm just going to cut in at one point, and then I'm going to go around in the circle, and you're just going to keep going around and around. It gets smaller and smaller. So I have it all cut out here, you can see. Looks like that, and you can see kind of the scalloped edges. So I'm just gonna start from here and work my way around the center. And then you can see where my end is. I'm just gonna use that to glue down everything together. Kind of cover it. Apply some hot glue here. Pop that down. And then you can see you have your rose. So it looks like that on the bottom. We have 2 of our flowers done. And then I'm going to, see, I think I'm gonna use some of this orange and I'm gonna cut out a flower using my pattern. So I'm going to put my pins in it. So I have everything pinned in place, so I'm gonna just start cutting around my pattern pieces. Just try to get everything as close to the pattern piece as you can. Once again, we're not looking for perfection. So I've cut out all 3 pieces here. I'm just going to take them off the pattern pieces off. And then the next step you want to do is you just want to layer them. And I usually try to make it so they don't line up exactly. So things are a little bit, there's a little bit more fullness in it. And then the last thing you want to do is grab another color of felt. So since I already used this, I'm just going to make a little circle, and you can just freehand it to go in the center of the flower. And then this is when you're going to need to get out your needle. So just put that there. Find wherever you put your needle. Stretch it out, and then you're just gonna make some big X's. And when you do it, you wanna pull things tight so it kind of makes the flower pull in on itself a little bit to give it a little bit more texture. So just do some X's, and I usually do it a couple times around. And it doesn't have to be the exact same spot you put it in the first time. So once that's done and you're happy with it, just want to put the end in, and actually I'm going to do it, put another one going the other way. Just goes. Okay, and then I'm just going to end it. I'm just making a knot in the back. That's where it was. And once you've done that a couple times, then you can just cut the end, and then you can make a new knot up with your thread. So you're ready to make another one. So there is a flower using the pattern, and there's 2 different flower patterns. One is more rounded than the other, so feel free to try that out. So I'm just gonna work on making some more flowers, and then we can try to figure out how best to rearrange them. The other thing that you're going to want to do is the leaves, but I'm going to do that after I make some more flowers. So the last thing that we are going to want to do is to make our leaves. So we're going to have our leaf pattern here, and once again I'm just going to pin mine on. You can do the same, or you can just cut out around it, or mark it with a pen. And how many of these you make is kind of up to you as far as how much you want them to fill in some space in between your flowers. So it's just when I want to make a few of these and try them out. So here's my first one. And so you're just gonna wanna pinch it here and put a little glue in it. So let me do that. Sure it's gonna be enough glue. Okay, so that's one leaf there. And then you're just gonna wanna take one of your flowers and figure out how you want it arranged. So you could put it like that, and then just attach that on. So I may just do that. Do need to get some more hot glue. Okay. Just kind of put it on like that. And then you'll want to add these to your wreath how you want them. I'm just going to work on cutting out some more leaves, and then we will get back to doing the final arrangement on our wreath. So as you can see, I have made my different flowers. I put leaves onto the flowers. You can see how they're attached there. And then I've also arranged the flowers that I made into how I want them on my wreath. So the final step is just going to be hot gluing things down. So I'm just going to proceed with that. And try to get them on the wreath. And after you glue things down and you decide, may decide you want to put more leaves on or whatever, you can do that and just fill in some of the blank spaces. So I'm just going to do a little bit of reinforcing on my back just to make sure things are going to stay on there. So I'm just going to take some of my felt and put a little more glue over it, and then just glue that on so it attaches both sides. And I'll just do that with my remaining pieces here. Just gonna try to match the felt color with what I used as best as I can, using up some of my scraps. That should hopefully hold everything down in place. So here's my finished product, and you can either hang it directly on your door if you have a hook, or you can also use either ribbon or twine to hang it. And but other than that, you should be all set to go. I hope you've enjoyed this project. If you want to send us any pictures of your completed wreaths, just send it to info@qaclibrary.org. And thank you for sharing with us, and thanks for joining us for this craft project. Hopefully we'll do another one together soon. Thank you. Bye.